Welcome back, Bravehearts, to the Doc of Detox show, and I'm Dr. Darryl Wolfe. And today we're going to be talking about the 6-day advanced water fasting preparation and stem cell restoration. Okay, so understand something. We are going to teach you, okay, over this next hour, how to unleash the power of stem cell therapy, autophagy. But what we want to do here today is we're going to be going through and letting you know what a perfect day is like in the way of a healing diet, like a lifestyle diet from the minute you wake up until you go to bed. And the reality is, what if you knew what to do when it comes to loving you? Well, guess what? There would be no dis-ease on an emotional or physical level. And isn't that it? Isn't that what we want? Isn't that what everybody wants? Everybody wants the perfect day. Everybody wishes they had the perfect day, but wishes do come true when you get correct, empowering information and you understand that you have value. You have value, okay? What do you want in your life? What do you want to see in your life? Do you know why you're here and what you're meant to do? What is it? You need to find your passion and your purpose. And hopefully, if we can bring down the inflammation, the infection, and bring up your energy and your immune system, hey, we might just be able to turn this on, right? So sometimes the physical will help the psychological, but we definitely know that the psychological controls the physical and creates everything you have in your life, from your health to your wealth to your love relationships, okay? All right. So tomorrow, I will be doing all the questions, not today, but tomorrow I'm doing a Q&A, same time, same place, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And just know this, that the shows will be slowing up a little bit during our move to getting ready for Extapa, because that's what we're doing. So they will be slowing up in the next 10 days. We won't be having, after that, won't be having as many shows or things going on, because we have a lot to prepare for, because we're taking over Extapa Palace, which will become Extapa World Training and Healing Center. And we will be there by the 1st of June, okay? Anyway, so write your questions down today about anything that I have to say here, okay? And just know that your questions matter, because you matter. And you must challenge authority at all times of your life, okay? Because nobody should have authority over you. They might have information, but is that information contamination, or is it real information that will empower you to unleash the practitioner within the authentic self of you? That's what we really want to see here, right? We want that to happen. We want you to be in charge in the present moment and gifting the world all of those blessings that you've uncovered and discovered about yourself, okay? So put your questions on underneath here, and I promise you tomorrow we'll get to them, okay? So here we are, Advanced Water Fasting, 6-day challenge. Welcome, everyone. This is all about self-care and self-love, as you can see in the slide. Let's move to the next one. Okay, all right, so let me just give you the dates, okay? So we're here to unleash the power of self-love and self-care. All right, January the 14th, that would be tomorrow, I mean. So tomorrow we're going to be doing, or is that today, 14th? Is today 14th?
Today's 14th.
14th. So today's the 14th. Hey, what can I tell you? Okay, in the present moment, own it. Okay, so tomorrow we will be doing the Q&A, which is the 15th, all right? And then July 28th, okay, we will be doing the kickoff, all right? And that will be day 1, okay? And it will be a live Q&A, and that's the actual kickoff for the first day of our Advanced Water Fast, which I'm going to be going through today, all right? July 29th, there'll be a Q&A for you to help you get through it. July 30th and August 2nd, okay? And August 3rd will be our Water Fast celebration. I'll answer questions, and we'll talk to some people, maybe even live, and ask them how their first fast was, their second advanced fast, or if they're going to go longer, or did they only go 1 day or 2 day, or did they just sit on the sidelines? There's going to be different people doing different things, because did you ever notice your subconscious is going to decide what you can handle? Okay, your subconscious is going to decide, because it's your beliefs, your prominent dominant beliefs, that decide on how well you manage the present moment and everything else in your life. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, so September 22nd, just letting everybody know so you can think about it. September the 22nd, I will be repeating the same thing, because what we like to do is about every 2 months, we will do a 6-day advanced water fast. So if you decide this is not the one for you, you just want to sit back on the sidelines and watch, okay, and decide whether or not this is good for you. But understand something. Everything that I do causes no harm. Everything that I will do and teach you causes no harm. It's about self-care and self-love. So September 22nd, we'll be doing the same thing we're doing today. And then on October 6th will be our kickoff. And then you can see the rest of the schedule for yourself. So let's talk about water fasting. Advanced water fasting is biohacking your body. Advanced water fasting is shutting down your digestive tract. Your digestive tract, because when you eat, okay, takes 70% of your energy. If a person has 3 meals a day, that is enough energy to walk 10 miles. Oh, what could we do with that? And the reality is, if you can shut your digestive tract down, which takes 3 days, okay, if you can do that, then all the energy that is utilized in that digestive tract, 70% of you, is going to go in and get rid of dis-ease that you know of, and what you don't know of that could be coming for you. Surprise, surprise, right? So the only way that you can change reality is to change your personality, which is to change your program. What are you going to do different in the daytime to unleash stem cell, unleash the power of autophagy? Well, it's called advanced water fasting. It's not called water fasting. Water fasting is so difficult to do because when you use the right frequency nutrients to help to increase your energy, to help to capture the viruses, the bacteria, the fungi, and to help to go in and stimulate, regenerate your mitochondria. That's what it's all about. Your mitochondria create ATP. ATP is the energy that you need for your body. And nothing helps the mitochondria and create ATP better than advanced water fasting. And I'll prove that before we get through this today. And remember something. There is no disease in the body if your mitochondria are healthy. And mitochondria are the power plants of your cells, and they create all the ATP. And a 75 kilogram man needs 85 kilograms of ATP a day. Go figure, isn't that crazy? So that's why if you don't have energy, how in the heck are you going to heal? Well, how are you going to heal? You're going to heal through the things I'm going to talk about. This is how you heal. But I will tell you, those of you who decide to opt in for a perfect day consultation, which is $150. And then we do an hour for you, and we go through and we create the perfect day from the morning you wake up until you go to bed. And then we give you lifetime support. That's the way to go. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a guide. But if you think you can do this on yourself, I'm not telling you it's dangerous or hard. So go ahead and do it yourself. This is a do-it-yourself thing anyways. And I'm going to give you enough support that you can pull this off. But anybody who really wants to master their body and their mind, I would suggest you look into the Perfect Day Consult. Okay? Now, so the Advanced Water Fasting 6-Day Challenge, okay? As you can see on this slide, okay, go take a look at the Advanced Water Fasting Challenge Guide, and you can find that in the library. And you can find a lot of other great videos there, okay? I also want you to go and watch Fasting with Calcium Ions. Please go to the Calcium Ion Guide, and you got to watch this because it is the biggest scientific nutritional breakthrough, I believe, in the last 100 years. And then also go to my A to Z Wellness Masterclass. So everything else I just talked about is in my library. Then I want you to go to the top page of docofdetox.com. Click on Masterclass. Go in there, and then what I want you to do is I want you to click on the Masterclass, then click on A to Z Wellness Masterclass, and then use the code word Wolfe Non-Surgical. And then you're going to understand how they manipulated your mind to make your body into a landmine, and how you can change things, and how issues in your brain became issues in your tissues. It's a 2-hour video, and then you can look at the part of the body that you want that you're having trouble with, and I'll explain what we do. Next thing is you can do is please go to the master classes and look at my Braveheart, okay, my Braveheart masterclass, and use Braveheart free. And that is about a 33-day training, because look at, you master your mind, you master everything. And go in there and see if you can do that. That's my gift to you, okay, for coming on and showing your brave heart and saying, at least I'm going to give this a shot, right? Okay, I'm going to give this more than a try. I'm going to do it. And how you decide to do it will be up to you. So advanced water fasting hacks into your body's biological system, unleashing your full potential to heal. Understand that, everybody. You know the saying, you are what you eat. That actually applies to humans in a broader sense. Everything we put into our bodies, our foods, our thoughts, and physical movement, all affect how we behave and what we become. By biohacking yourself through the 6-day advanced water fast, you can actually transform your body so that you can feel more energized, more productive overall, and be the best possible version of you. Isn't that what we all want? I want it, and I work on it every day. Now, it doesn't have to involve being a mad scientist and running crazy experiments with the body. Now, some people will tell you that all sorts of gadgets and measurements are necessary to biohack yourself, but I prefer the good old-fashioned way, nature's way, making small, loving steps, but big lifestyle changes with the Perfect Day Guide, the Braveheart Way Guide, and the Fasting for Perfect Health Guide. Please go to my library again and dive in. Look, if you're not going to be a detective, if you're not going to do your own research, then you're never going to be your own practitioner. And if you're not your own practitioner, then you're never going to find your true authentic self. And that's the bottom line. You're never going to know what unlimited potential even looks like or feels like. Look at this, my friend, is the essence of biohacking. You stick with the things that work for you and ditch the ones that don't. After all, when it comes to how the body feels, you're the expert, and so you're the only one that can make yourself sick or make yourself vibrantly healthy. Listen, you were created to create a masterpiece. 3, 2, 1. We got this, Bravehearts. You've got to have this. Somebody's got to do it, and you're the one to save the day. You're the one to save the moment. You're the one to get yourself into the present moment so that you can become the gift that you've always wanted to be. Let's talk about autophagy. Autophagy, also called self-eating. Go figure, right? Self-eating. You know what? We've got autoimmune disease, okay, which means attacking, the body's attacking itself, but really you're attacking yourself. Then we've got autophagy, which is an amazing part of healing, and that's called self-healing. This is a detox process where your body experiences in order to clean and clear out diseased and damaged cells. Did you get that? We're going to clear out diseased and damaged cells. Who wouldn't want that? If you do that, you can regenerate, get new stem cells going while regenerating new healthy cells. During your Doc of Detox Advanced Water Fast, the protein P62 is activated to induce autophagy. And if you want to give it a rocket ship boost, then what you do is you do ionic calcium therapy. Go into my library and take a look at ionic calcium therapy. And you'll see there's called Merigen, Cardigen, Dentagen, Alzagen, okay, Megagen. These are all for different cases. But if you're healthy, you use Megagen. If you're unhealthy and you've got a chronic problem, you'll look at Merigen, and that is the ionic calcium therapy I was talking about, and it reawakens the P62 and activates it so autophagy can take place. And what does that mean? That means the P62, okay, enzyme actually will go in and it will knock off, eat up, and destroy cancer cells and any other cells that cannot be repaired. Now that's what I call amazing. Do you see how you've got everything you need already built inside of you? But if you don't tap into it, then how are you ever going to use it? You just won't. The benefits of autophagy are eliminates inflammation and pain, disease prevention, increased longevity, unleashes the Pac-Man phenomena of eating up cancer cells and everything else you don't want there. Let's sacrifice what we don't need, guys. And guess what? It improves all bodily functions. Just imagine, if you didn't eat anything for days, your body wouldn't have to focus on digestion. What do you think of that? All that energy can now be transformed into millions of microscopic Pac-Man inside your body, eliminating all the abnormal, damaged, dead cells. This newfound energy will eliminate anything that is impure, any type of inferior material, toxic accumulation, tumors, abscesses, and those abnormal, unwanted fat deposits, and those abnormal, unwanted beliefs. Oh yeah, fasting goes after your beliefs too. Trust me, you will feel enlightened when you fast. Why did Jesus fast for 40 days? To lose weight? Don't think so. Because he had a disease? Don't think so. He was totally at ease. And all he wanted to do is bring up his spirit. Feed the spirit, heal the body. Your body now has the ability to actually start rejuvenating, regenerating, and producing healthy stem cells for whole body healing. It's not called partial body healing. It's called whole body healing, everybody. So understand that. Autophagy is when the body goes in to a state of healthy decomposition. Did you get that? And remember something. You know what? Do you know what's rotten? Rotten. Do you know what's rotten? Do you know what's going on with people today? They're rotten to the core. That's right. They're rotting from their large intestine, pooping into their pelvis, and wherever the weak link is in their body, it's decomposing the tissues, the organs, the tendons, the ligaments, the bones. Are you getting this? You have been programmed to be poisoned here first, and then you go in this way with things that poison you. You go in this way with things that poison you, this way with things that poison you, because you don't know how to filter properly. And guess what? They all get lodged as emotional distress in your abdomen, or they get lodged as decomposing, rotting foods that you should have never eaten, or you've eaten in an emotional toxic state, which makes all food toxic. You cannot eat when you feel emotionally out of balance, because that is not good. It is not good for anybody. So autophagy is when the body goes into a state of healthy decomposition. Let's get rid of the things that we don't want. Those are called diseases, but they're not really, because every disease is just your body talking to you saying, I love you. Why can't you love me back? Why can't you align yourself in total unconditional self-care and love? Because we're not taught that way. We're taught to actually undermine ourselves and create the disease that we have today, okay, so that we can serve the few. So understand, autophagy, again, is when the body goes in to a state, bear with me. Autophagy is when the body goes into a state of healthy decomposition. This is where it begins to digest and eliminate any tissues or cells that are diseased, damaged, inflamed, aging, or already dead. Okay? Our body was designed to naturally eliminate these tissues and cells, but due to today's toxic burden, okay, there has been an accumulation of toxins that created a communication breakdown at the cellular level. And that's all that's happening. The mitochondria are being damaged. They're being calcified. And that's why we do the ion calcium therapy. But understand something, everybody. You can turn this around. You can take your life back. And I'll tell you when that's going to happen. When you decide to be the hero of this story. And that's the God's truth. So let's talk about stem cell production through advanced water fasting. It is just the most amazing thing. Okay, stem cells are unique as they can develop into many different types of cells depending on what part of the body they become. Stem cells serve as a vital repair system for your body. There are two main types of stem cells, embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. Our advanced water fast causes your stem cells to wake up. Hey, they cause you to wake up. Upstairs too. But they cause your stem cells to wake up from the naturally dormant state to their full regenerating potential. Advanced water fasting quickly eliminates old damaged cells, allowing new cells to be born. This process rebuilds and restores your immune system to its full potential. And I mean to its full potential. There is no doctor, there is no practitioner, there is no medical profession or any type of therapy that can do that but you. So understand, you learn to feed the spirit and you're going to heal the body. And this is called advanced consciousness through evolution. Okay? This is called a wake-up call. And that's what we're after. Let's shut down things that don't need to keep running so that we can enlighten everything about us. Look at the majority of the population is asleep. Yes or no? I mean, like that's not obvious in the last year. Okay. Some people are starting to awake, right? And that so you can say that the COVID thing has been good because it's awakened some people to the reality that they've always been enslaved by their mind, but no, not by their mind, but by those who said that they were going to heal us, protect us, look after us, love us, cure us. Forget it. It's not happening. You have to do all this on your own. God gave you a body, and you've got to be the driver of it. So yes, people are awaking. That's true. And thank God they are. Some people are even awoken. And how does that happen? Well, you have to be selfish enough to know what the needs are for you to become an enlightened being. Not a physical being, but an enlightened being, because before you came here, you were a spirit being that got infused into the physical mass. So E equals MC squared, right? Energy equals mass. You were energy before you became matter. So understand, keep working, keep loving yourself, caring for yourself. You know, very few people on this planet become enlightened. And to become an enlightened person, I'd say that only 1 out of 10,000 people ever get there. And that means you're untouchable. What are you untouchable? You know that you're an infinite spirit. You don't get involved in the material world. Oh, we live in the material world, but we don't become the material world. Do I love the shirt I'm wearing? Yes. But if I lose it, am I going to be upset? No. The most important thing is to feed your spirit. You feed your spirit and you win. You feed your spirit, you heal your body. And that's what this advanced water fasting is. And remember something. The reason why I use about 5 different supplements, okay, and they're not supplements. They are energy supplements, means they're more frequency than anything else. And I'll explain it to you in a few minutes. Because what we're looking to do is we're looking to bring up our frequency. We're looking to bring up our charge. We're looking to bring up our energy. All right, so we're talking about the perfect day, 2-week preparation. We got to lighten the load, guys, okay? All right, you ever notice turkeys? There could be 1,000 in the yard. You ever notice an eagle? He's on his own or he's with just his mate. And that's right. You want to learn to become an eagle and soar. You want to learn that when there's conflict, okay, when there's chaos, that you're going to spread your wings and you're going to rise above the chaos, the conflict, and you're going to look down on it. And guess what? And when it all resolves itself, then you'll land again. Do not bring yourself into chaos. Do not bring yourself into conflict. This is how they rule us. If you look at cancer, the C in cancer stands for contamination, conflict, okay, and corruption. You get rid of the C and you're left with A-N-S-E-R, spelling answer. Only you are the answer, and that's the God's truth. I am not the answer. You need to come to me only long enough to not come to me so that you can help others. That's the goal here. So, there's water fasting, right? But water fasting is so limited. Let me tell you something. Jesus used to just do water fasting. But guess what? That was a pristine environment. Was there anybody poisoning the water with fluoride or chlorine? Was anybody putting chemtrails into the sky? Okay. Was anybody creating GMOs? Was anybody having fast food drive-ins? Okay. Was there the media polluting the minds and the TV polluting the minds? And were people going to school where they were ruled, schooled, and fooled for like 12 years minimum? No, that wasn't happening. So you could do a water fast because the world was not toxic. It was not toxic. It was pure. There was more oxygen. Life had more vibration in it. The foods we ate had more vibration. Today, the vibration has gone down. They've depleted the minerals out of the soil and then put chemicals in there, giving us empty foods. That's why we keep on wanting to eat, because we're trying to fill ourselves up instead of feed ourselves. We are spiritual beings. Everything we eat, we must ask ourselves, what is the vibration, the frequency in this? How much light is stored in this food? How much light is stored in a donut? Not much, right? Okay, you're left with a hole. That's it. Now, let me say this. So you could do an advanced water fast, but you're going to bump along the way. I'm going to be showing you products that will captivate the heavy minerals. I mean, the heavy metals. I will show you products that will bring in trace minerals without turning on the digestive tract. I'll show you a product that will take 3 times its weight in acidity and toxicity and bring it out without you feeling any symptoms. I'll show you a product okay, that will go in and create more stem cells, more autophagy, create more ATP in your mitochondria, a product that will actually balance out your thyroid and your hormones while you're going on this. See, the reality is we can do anything we want and do a fast, as long as it doesn't turn on the digestive tract. If it bypasses the Krebs cycle, or it's more of an invisible energy than it is a physical energy, and it doesn't turn on the digestive tract, then you are going to have 1,000% better fast. You are going to get rid of more of the cells and tissues you don't want, and you're going to create more of what you do want. Now, I got to tell you this. So my philosophy, I started this years ago, and people that have been in the fasting world for for a long time, when I started introducing advanced water fasting, everybody poo-pooed on it. And now what's happening is the people that are actually doing the fasting, that have been doing them all the time, are actually taking what I'm doing now and integrating it into their philosophy. Because do we live in the same world that we used to live in? You know, when people say to me, Dr. Wolfe, why do we need to detox? Why do we need to do this stuff? You know, the skin is a detox organ. The kidneys are a detox organ. The liver's a detox organ. The colon's a detox organ. Your lymph system's a detox organ. Why do we need to do that? Well, because the reality is that we're overburdened by these psychos that are poisoning everything from our air to our water to our food to our minds. That's why. And the reality is there's no such thing as organic on this planet anymore. There's poisons and everything. But the reality is guess what? We are spirit beings. And with doing these things I'm going to show you, we can rise above all of their silly little games. Okay, there's silly little toxic games. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're here right now today to talk about going on the perfect day diet for 2 weeks to bring down the toxic load. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do anything. Remember, everybody, you don't have to buy my products. You don't have to do the perfect day. You can just do the water fast and not take anything else. You can do whatever you want. You pick whatever you want. This is like a menu, okay? All right? My job is I'm a servant. I'm a servant for you. And my job is to lay out the menu just like a buffet, and you'll come and pick to it whatever you gravitate to. And you'll find out if you do this time, next time you'll do more, and you'll do more, because you got to get this to change. Do you ever see how people go, I hate change, I hate change? Well, you picked the wrong planet for that, I'll tell you. Okay, so now let's talk about it and take a look at this slide. Pillar number 1 is a whole plant-based diet. That's what we're going to be looking at here. Pillar number 2 is nutraceutical support. I am talking about not supplements that will turn on your digestive tract, but bypass the Krebs cycle and actually stimulate stem cells, autophagy, and bring up your energy levels so that you can go through this fast. The more energy you have, the more energy you have to heal. Did you ever see anybody heal with no energy? Yeah, she's laying in bed. She wants to heal, but she has no energy. She's not going to heal. It's just going to be a slow progression until she leaves this planet, and that's it. So understand that. 99% of all the natural therapy, no, well, not 99, I don't know. I can't tell you how much, but a lot. How many people do you know actually turn around their chronic diseases? Yeah. Okay, eventually they just start taking drugs, and that's not called turning it around. You're just numbing yourself out, or they're gradually just managing the inflammation and the pain, but they're still going downhill. Pillar number 3, exercise, energy medicine. We're going to be talking about that, but I'm going to be telling you where to go to see that. So, and then there's pillar number 4, emotional balance. I already gave you the Braveheart. If you wanted it, you can have it. If you don't want to do it, just go into my 4 pillars of the perfect day guide in my library. Okay, go into the 4 pillars of the perfect day guide in my library and take a look at these 4 pillars. Okay, and if in there you'll see the 4 Braveheart steps, just do those. That's just the love band, okay? Snapping back to the present. Snug as a hug, because I love myself. That's a kiss. And keep reminding myself, because repetition is how we master a new thought. And if that new thought was self-care and self-love, you wouldn't be sick. You would be rocking this show on this planet, okay? So go in there, take a look at that. Also, the exercises, go into my library and go to the go to the do-it-yourself guide in my library and watch the lengthen and strengthen videos. You're going to love them, I swear to God. You do these every morning and every night. You're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe how good I feel. Okay? Like the belly button therapy. the core twisting, okay, the pelvic squats, the pelvic enhancer, okay, the crab stretch. These are all really important. You do these every day if you do nothing else, and you're going to feel amazing. And then the nutraceutical support, I'll be going through that in a few minutes. With the whole plant-based diet, we're talking about minimum, if you want, 2 large salads a day, 2 blender drinks of berries a day, okay? And then drinking lots of water, and then I'll talk about the nutraceuticals we mix into it. You're going to have all the energy you want, so just know that. And you're not going to have the headaches, you're not going to have the anxiety, you're not going to have the dizziness, you're not going to have the pain, because it's going in efficiently and reducing the inflammation, reducing the infection, and grabbing the viruses, grabbing the bad bacteria, grabbing the heavy metals and bringing them out and locking them down so that the body's not disturbed by them. Okay? All right. So create the perfect day each and every day. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. You can do it or not do it. I've already mentioned it, but I'm going to keep pushing it because repetition is the master. So for $150, we'll do an hour consult on you. We'll create a program from the minute you wake up till you go to bed. We'll send you the audio. If you want to pay $50 more, we'll type out your whole program and we'll email it to you. Okay? And then you've got your master consultant, and you've got me. My extension's number 5. If you've got questions, you get stumped. You've got free calling and free support for the rest of your life. This is called the language of self-love and self-care. It's learning body talk. If you don't learn and have a good relationship with your life, you're with your body throughout your life, you're not going to have a good relationship with anybody else. Don't tell me that when you've got a headache, got cramps, when you've got no energy, you're fun to be with. It's not happening. Okay? And when you don't have energy, you get depressed, you get lonely. Okay? And you start having thoughts, negative thoughts about the world, about yourself and everyone else. So let's pull it together and master this life here. Let's feed the spirit so that we can heal the body. All right. So here it is, everyone. So what I want you to do is later go back and you can stop this. Just stop it and read it. And if you don't want to read the whole plant-based food diet on here, on this video, please go to docofdetox.com. Go to the top of the page, click on library, then go in and look at the 4 pillars guide and check out the whole plant-based diet. And basically, okay, you see all the times here? If I were to go through this, let's put it this way. Some people will enjoy it, it's entertaining. But the real people that are actually going to want this, they're going to take the time to do this. And if you don't take the time to do this, then you didn't earn it. You got to earn the right in life. Do you ever notice that? If you're not going to do the work, you're not going to get the payoff. Whenever you get spoon-fed and stroked, oh, that's okay, Daryl, you're going to be fine. Here you go. Here you go. Then guess what? It all goes in the garbage. And you know what? You're getting the information free. And if you don't have the time to do it, then it's not a priority. It was just going to go in the garbage anyways. So please go to my library and check out the diet. It's a whole plant-based diet. And trust me, 80% of my life is based on that diet. Now, the high-frequency nutraceuticals, I will go through these products and tell you about them, but you can take a look at. First, before we go any further, this is all the nutraceuticals that we use for everybody. So don't be looking at, you can look through this and you can check it out, but this is not your protocol. And when somebody gets a whole life, when somebody gets a perfect day consultation, okay, they're not taking all these products. They'll only take the products that are going to help that person get out of that 20-foot hole. Okay, so we're not trying to sell you all the products we need, like just let's see how much we can sell you. That's not the deal. And then once you get out of that hole, you can back off on things. But there's certain things in life that we don't back off, like vitamin D, vitamin K, infinite iodine, ionic calcium, C60, Sinonian minerals, daily cleansing tea, tummy love, black gold, and the ultimate coffee enema. Those are basics. And then those people with a lot of infection and inflammation, we'd be looking at curcumin cayenne 5000. It reduces inflammation faster than anything else. And it's the most used product when it comes to cancer around the world, because it's inexpensive, but it's powerful. But I use it every day. The products I just told you, I take every day. So those are my base. But you do what you want. You do your own homework. This is your body. This is your gift from God. So you'll decide on what you want to do, whether you want to do anything at all. Okay? Again, this is the nutraceutical guide. it goes longer because we talk about a lot of products. And please, we talk about them all. So don't think that you're supposed to do this. Do not overwhelm yourself. If you feel overwhelmed by anything that I'm talking about or doing, walk away. It's not your time. Or just do what makes you comfortable this time. It's like this. Don't take 2 stairs or 3 stairs at a time. Take one at a time. Stay on that stair. Stay on that step. Gentle baby steps are the way to go. But make sure, if you were changing 1% every day in 100 days, you'd be a new person, wouldn't you? So I don't expect you that you're going to do that in 100 days. But the reality, think about it, 1% a day if I changed. So that means you're going to stop being a statistic and you're actually going to be a light energy, electromagnetic being that knows you must feed your spirit. You must question everything. Okay, does this person give me energy? Does this food give me energy? Does this drink give me energy? Does that watching that movie, did it give me energy or steal it? Does this give me energy? Does this make me feel loved? Or does this make me feel like I'm not worthy? You've got to question yourself and understand something. Have unconditional love for yourself and understand this. When somebody's talking to you, they're not talking to you from anything except their beliefs. And people don't know that 70 and 90% of their beliefs aren't even theirs. They've been programmed. Go figure, right? Like the world's not cuckoo. Okay. All right. So again, energy, exercise and energy medicine. These are the exercises and the energy medicine products that we use. Like I said, if you go into my do-it-yourself guide, you can find in my library, watch the lengthen, strengthen exercises. And if you want to go into the energy medicine guide, you're going to find tons of videos on different energy medicine products that we deal with. If that's not for you, just avoid it. Just, like I say, step by step here. Okay? Energy medicine again. And then I want you to take a look at the most important thing in your life is your emotions. We are emotional beings. I'm always going to be an emotional being. I'm always going to be a drama king, queen, whatever you want to call me, because it's fun. I'm always going to look for adventure. But I'll tell you one thing. I am going to stay aligned. I am going to make this kitty litter of a world into a sandbox and make my sandcastle, which I am already doing because I'm moving to a palace, and we're turning that into the world's biggest healing center. So the reality is this, is you can't fulfill your dreams. And you can't have a beautiful imagination if you're not in charge of your emotions. And emotion stands for energy and motion. So take a look at this slide here, emotional balance. Lionheart breathing, mirror work, love band, life band work. I already showed you that, right? Right here. And then personal or couples connection, which is another mirror work situation. You look at those 4 things, those 4 pillars in the Perfect Day 4 Pillars Guide, and look at the emotional, and you perfect this, and you get obsessed about these things. You get obsessed about these 4 things, and in 33 days, you're going to call me up and say, you changed my life, and I'll say, I didn't change anything. All you did was you did something that was fun, and you got in there, and you went inside yourself to find out the most beautiful thing on planet Earth was inside of you, and now you know that you are allowed to love you, care for you, and that you have total value, not little self-value. Okay, that you have total respect, total honor, and that guess what? Loving yourself is not selfish. It's being centered into yourself for the first time. And when you love yourself, you will not hurt anyone else. The more that you dishonor yourself, you will dishonor people and your life, your body, and you won't even know it because guess what? This is as good as it gets, right? Okay, so can I exercise while on an extended fast? I would look at the lengthen, strengthen exercises, the Doc of Detox lengthen, strengthen exercises, and I would do those because what you're trying to do on a fast is not contract, is not try to build muscle. You're trying to open up things. You're trying to expand things. You're trying to open up your joints. You're trying to become more elastic, but you're trying to also expand your consciousness, right? Okay? All right? How hard is it for you to change? How hard is it for you to open up your mind and your heart to new things? That'll be the question, won't it? Okay, so yes, you can exercise while doing an extended fast. When doing an extended fast, it is better to focus on light movement with core twisting, maybe some light rebounding for 2 to 5 minutes at a time, foam rolling, and stretching are ideal. You can also go for some nature walks, but understand something right now. Go look at the length and strength and exercises in my library in the do it yourself guide. And if you own or have access to an Avicen or a Bioptron, then use it as often during this time. Let me tell you, Avicen will increase your microcirculation by 67% minimum. Think about that. How important is that? Bioptron, 37%, but Bioptron gives you full polarized, full spectrum light to every cell in your body, which supercharges everything. So take a look at Bioptron and Avicen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in the library at my energy medicine guide, and you can watch the videos if you want, the science. And you can find all of these things also if you want to take a look in some information at store.docofdetox.com. Okay? All right. So your goal is to get moving, to improve your circulation, reduce your inflammation, and to help release dopamine and endorphins, which make you feel happy. So listen, this is why you're going to get yourself a belly button therapy kit. Okay, so belly button therapy, I'll be showing it to you on a slide in a few minutes. Belly button therapy is where you'll take 5 to 7 minutes and you'll use a little belly button therapy kit on your belly button, and it will release 70% of your dopamine, 50% of your serotonin, and your endorphins, more than anything else you could do, and it'll give you 20 to 25% more stretch. And if you increase your temperature, which that'll do by even 1 degree, that will kill infection. If you increase it by 2 degrees, it will actually kill cancer cells. No way, Daryl. Yes way. So, but burning calories is not our goal while on a fast, since you aren't eating any food. Not for exercising. You need to stimulate these good neurotransmitters with light exercise, like the length and strengthen exercises, Avicen, Bioptron, light therapy, sun gazing, or using a vitamin D light, okay? Or just practicing your lion heart breathing, okay? So you're going to find all of this in my library. Go to the Perfect Day Guide, 4 pillars, and start doing your work. All right, let's talk about water. Okay, so first of all, you can do Kangen water, you can do filtered water, you can do distilled water, you can do reverse osmosis, but I wouldn't do any of them. The Kangen you can do if you already have it, but it's not structured water. Distilled water is man-made water, and it's very hard to digest, and people think that it detoxifies better, but it's not good. Osmosis, same thing. Reverse osmosis, very hard to digest. It's very heavy water. It won't carry the nutrition into the cells properly or detoxify you. Structured water is the best. That's what rainwater is. That's why, even though it's full of chemicals, it doesn't destroy the birds, bees, flowers, trees, or the microorganisms on this planet. Think about it for a second. Rainwater is structured. Even though little Billy is putting chemical sprays into the air, it's not hurting the plants. Why isn't it? Because it's structured. That's why I can put my structure unit, which I'll show you later as we go here, and put my structure unit under any tap anywhere, and as long as the water's not yellow or brown or anything like that. I'm structured and I'm protected. And then you're going to go, yeah, but what about the chemicals? What about the bacteria? Well, once it's structured, you're protected, even though they're still in there, because the invisible is more important than the physical. You change the frequency of the physical, and you create the healing. If you could understand that you're a spirit being and that frequency is more important, which is the invisible, than the physical, then you would know how to play the game down here. So let's talk about it. So on the water fast, we'll drink structured water. We'll wake up with warm to hot structured water and drink anywhere from 16 ounces up to a quart. Drink structured water continuously throughout your day, more than you've ever done before. There's no such thing. I'm going to burn out my kidneys. That is BS, a dysfunctional belief system. Understand that. Drink lots of water and keep drinking water. And while on the fast, anywhere from 3 to 4 liters for a woman. For a man, 4 to 6, depending on how big they are. Okay? Flavor your structured water. What would you flavor it with? Well, with fulvic acid concentrate, with super cinnamon essential oils, lemon lift essential oils, Also, orange burst essential oils. Okay, so those are the things that you can flavor it with. And you're not going to turn on your digestive tract, so don't worry about it. You're going to have a better cleanse. And for those of you who have like a blood sugar problem or diabetes, just know this, super cinnamon or sugar cravings all the time, super cinnamon is going to shut that down. It's going to balance you out. Okay? All right. You can also use high quality salts. So you can take like a couple grains of real salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, and just put a couple grains in every glass. And that'll be fine as well to get some trace minerals, okay? Eliminate alcohol and caffeine completely. Okay, never let yourself feel dehydrated. If you're getting fuzzy thinking, if your eyes are starting to burn, that's probably blue light. Okay, so while you're on a fast, if you can afford it, can you tell them to bring up my Teslas, please? And to also bring up a belly button therapy and a clapper. All right, oh, I've got a clapper here. Okay, so where was I? Never feel dehydrated. Okay, so if your mouth feels metallic, it's okay. That just shows you got a lot of heavy metals and you're detoxifying. But make sure you're drinking lots of structured water with fulvic in it, because fulvic will hold 3 times its weight in heavy metals and acidity, and it'll also deliver up to 60 micronutrients to your cells. It'll also make your water wetter. Okay, take a minimum of 3/4 of an ounce for every pound that you weigh. That's a minimum, everyone. I've never heard anybody drowning yet from drinking too much water, especially structured water. Structured water will hydrate into the cells 1,000% better than any other water I know. And also use a large stainless steel or glass containers. Please do not use plastic. Okay, the corporated world is programmed us to go to Costco, grab all these plastic bottles, okay, with all of this water inside of it that is carcinogenic. Isn't that something? We are so programmed with stupidity. I'd rather drink out of a tap than go and drink out of a plastic bottle. And that's the truth. But if you're drinking out of a tap and you structure it, or if you've got filter water and structure it, or distilled, or reverse osmosis, or any other water and you structure it, you're off to the races. Okay, so this goes for all the time, but guess what? Especially on a fast. Try to say no to as much as you can so that you can end up shutting down earlier and having a good night's sleep. So you want to have your room cold or cool. You want to keep your room as dark as possible. Okay? Use a sleep mask if you have trouble sleeping. And remember something, okay? Avoid caffeine within 8 hours of sleeping. And understand something. You're going, yeah, but I'm on a water fast, Dr. Wolfe. Well, I know, but some people are going to try to sneak some caffeine because it's an addiction. Okay? So if you do your caffeine, you better only take a couple of ounces because you don't want to ruin your fast. But I'd rather you didn't do it. But I know people do it, and they don't want to lie to me. And understand, if you're calling me and you did something, I will never judge you. I'll never say, oh my God, you're so weak. Oh, I'm so upset with you. No, addictions are hard to break. Okay, and our most prominent, dominant thoughts in our life rule us, whether they're good or not. You know, I mean, dumb prominent thoughts are dumb prominent thoughts. It's hard to get rid of them, and when we start, we're going to fall a few times, but we're going to just dust ourselves off and move forward, right? That's all we're going to do. Okay, and don't eat within 3 hours of sleeping. Okay, but now we're not talking about the fast. We are talking about, actually, we're talking about this next 2 weeks of the perfect day diet, right? But we're going over all the fasting of the rules as well. Okay, so get some sun exposure every day and try to do it in the morning, and try to do sun gazing when the sun's coming up. Okay, that's the best time to do it. Exercise regularly. Okay, take a look at the length and strengthen exercises, please, in the do-it-yourself guide. Okay, avoid bright light and blue light. Okay, go ahead. Go on your phone, go on a computer, watch TV while you're doing this, and you're going to mess it all up because your circadian rhythm is going to be way off. This type of light, blue light, tells your brain it's 12 o'clock noon, even if it's 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. You're just going to mess yourself up. You want to get yourself a pair of Tesla Lightwear. I'm telling you, they're the best thing that you'll ever buy, because blue light is the most poisonous thing on this planet, from phones to computers to LED lighting to your TV to iPads to PlayStations. Do I need to keep going? Okay, the mall, everywhere. So if you wear Tesla eyewear, it will actually take the blue light and transform it, and it'll heal your brain and heal your eyes. Your eyesight will even get better. So blue blockers don't work. So just know that. Tesla eyewear is expensive, but it's worth every penny. All right. Exercise regularly. We talked about that. Avoid the blue light. Wind down at about 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Okay. Wind down. Calm down. Meditate. Pray. But then before you go to sleep, make sure you do belly button therapy, because it releases all that dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and it's going to put you in a relaxing state. And after you do that, if you've got some frankincense or immunity essential oil, put 2 drops in your belly button and then 2 drops of CBD oil, and then you'll turn on 70,000 nerve endings to heal. I'm not kidding. This stuff works. But first do the belly button therapy, right? Okay, next, you want to do pelvic expander to open up your pelvis, to open up everything. Please go look at it. Make sure you do lion heart breathing as you go to sleep and your belly button therapy, and then just focus on how you want to see your life, and focus on your passion, your purpose, and really use your imagination and put it out there to the universe and know that you deserve it. But do the lion heart breathing. And if you have an Avicen, you always want to do an Avicen prior to bed, because 3 out of 4 people fall asleep with an Avicen. It puts you into a parasympathetic state, increases your circulation by what? 67%. Okay? Okay, can I do an extended water fast if I'm on any medication? Yes, you can. You can do it. But if you are on medication, consult with your healthcare practitioner who prescribed you the medication before starting an extended fast. With most medications, fasting is not an issue, but it can be a problem with steroids, blood thinners, or certain prescriptions for diabetes. If you're on a prescription drug, it is advisable to medically be supervised if you are looking to the Doc of Detox Advanced Water Fast. If you stop taking your prescribed medications for extended water fast, we advise that you are monitored by your physician who prescribed them in the first place. Okay? How long can I safely do a water fast? Okay. Well, when fasting, we can take the physical and emotional state of each individual person into consideration, okay? Because you have to do that. I mean, if somebody comes to me and they're just like emotionally all over the place, Miss Anxiety, Mr. Anxious, Miss Anxious, okay? Miss Sad, Miss Angry, all of these things are going to throw and derail this off. Then you got to look at their physical well-being too. Like, what kind of shape are they in? So the shape that their body is in could be just as bad as the emotional, and the emotional could be just as bad as the body. But fasting is not dangerous. It just needs to be respected. Many people have fasted for more than 40 days without issues. I've had people fast for over 80 days. 80 days. I've had people lose up to 120 pounds, and it saved their life. Okay? And you can take it or leave it. Believe it, doesn't matter to me. But that's the reality of it. I've had thousands, tens of thousands of people lose tons of weight. And I mean tons over the years. Okay? And all that weight is inflammation and infection. But understand, taking gentle baby steps is how you build a successful program. Please consult with your healthcare provider or your Doc of Detox certified fasting coach for the best fasting program for you. And if you've gotten already like a perfect day consultation, then rely on your master consultant, please. Okay? All right. Remember what I told you? I was going to talk about structure units. Well, here they are here. The first one on the left, that's actually a shower unit. How many people know that when you take a shower and you've got chlorine and fluoride in it, that when you take a shower, a 10-minute shower, you've taken in enough fluorine and chloride into your bloodstream and lymph system that you drank 10 to 20 glasses worth of chlorine and fluoride in the water. That's right. Your skin is the largest detox organ, but it'll absorb these neurotoxic chemicals. All right? Now, the structure unit's in the middle, and it comes in gray and blue. And understand, all of my products are going to be 15% off for the next, in the fasting, okay? right up until the day the fasting starts. So you can take advantage of it. So even the structure unit or even the house unit. On the right is the house unit. And those of you who have pools, you can call us. The pool unit's on sale too. And we also have an industrial unit. You can call us about that. We also have that on sale just during this period, okay? So we already talked about structured water, and you can all go into it later. Now, remember when I was talking to you about the calcium ion therapy? Please go into my library and watch the first video, and it talks about why calcium ions will create stem cells, while calcium ions are the main communicator for all your cells in the body to get rid of disease, regenerate, restore the human body from the brain to the joints, to the muscles, to the tissues, to the organs, to the good bacteria in your body. Everybody uses the ions to do that. But the reality is we live in such a toxic world. By the time you're 30 or 40, most of your bone breaking and making and releasing these ions is gone. And they know this. Why do you think osteoporosis is so bad? Why do you think people have so many autoimmune diseases? Because you're not making the ions anymore. And guess what? You are pulling the calcium out of your bones, and it's lodging in your breasts as calcium deposits, gallstones in your gallbladder, kidney stones in your kidneys, or calcium deposits in your muscles, tissues, and joints throughout your body. That's why you're as stiff as a board. So you're not getting older. You're just getting more calcified. You're not getting older. You're just creating more scar tissue in your body. You know, when I'm 95 years old, I'll have the flexibility of what I have right now, because I know the art of body talk and what to do and what high vibrational nutrition can do. Okay, so to purchase this product, though, you'll have to call the office at this phone number, because believe it or not, we are not allowed to put it in our store. If you go to our store, there's a web page on it that you can look at information, but you will not be able to see it there. The most information you'll see is in my library, because you got to log in, and then you can watch all the videos from cancer to diabetes to dental problems to Alzheimer's and all the other autoimmune diseases. We've got all the science in there for you. And the reason for this is about 2 years ago, the AMA, not AMA, sorry, but Health Canada and the regulators in the United States said that we could not put this product on our store, that people could just buy it. And the problem is they can't stop us from selling it because it is totally non-toxic. It is the greatest healer that was invented. It is more expensive than a lot of my other products, but nothing can do this. Think about this. A person that's been on Fosamax, their bones are crumbling, they're in their 80s, and they can totally restore their bone structure within 9 months to a year. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. This has been used on everything from every autoimmune disease to cancer to Alzheimer's to dental problems to you name it. Because understand, your calcium ions are invisible, and they also do all the communication for everything to work like it should in the human body. Okay, so the Merigen is the strongest one for people with chronic ailments, or you don't have to have a chronic ailment, and you can believe it or not, but I take Merigen twice a day, and I always will for the rest of my life. And my bone structure is so strong, my brain is strong, everything about me is strong because of that. That's the holy grail. Alzagen is for people with Alzheimer's, or they have dementia, or it's just starting. But I would prefer to just use Merigen and not even the Alzagen. It does what the Alzagen does, and it's a little stronger. Dentagen is for jaw and teeth problems. Cardigen is joint problems. Megagen is for people that say, I'm healthy, but I never want osteoporosis. I never want to not have enough calcium ions so that I have mitochondrial damage, because that can lead to every disease and even cancer. And then also juniors for children under 12 years old. Okay? Products that we use to support in the advanced water fast are fulvic acid concentrate. And I'm just going to go over it quickly. Fulvic acid concentrate is actually one of the most beautiful products you'll ever use. It is the best chelator in the world. I put it in my drinking water every day along. I also put humic in there, but we can't do humic because humic can turn on the digestive tract. But I'll put fulvic in my drinking water throughout the day, and that's what's in here right now. Okay? That's fulvic. And Fulvic will pick up 3 times its weight in heavy metals and acidity. It'll also deliver 60 micronutrients, and it makes water wetter, and it crosses the blood-brain barrier. Okay, let's move on to Divine Vine, Pineal Elixir, and ATP Plus. They have life crystals. They create more ATP in the body than almost any other product that I know of. And all the products I'm going through bypass the Krebs cycle. Okay, and the ones that don't, I'll tell you why and how we use them. Okay, so Divine Vine is mainly for people that have emotional problems or imbalance or thyroid problems or parathyroid problems, and they're doing a fast. That's the support. Pineal Elixir is for people with calcified pineal gland, or they have brain situations. That's good for them. ATP Plus is good for everyone. It makes the most ATP. It creates most of the energy. It has ATP in it, the AT Plus, and it causes the mitochondria to make more ATP. Okay, Ormus Minerals. Ormus Minerals also bypass the Krebs cycle and don't turn on the digestive tract. What they do is they bypass it, and what it is these are minerals more in a frequency based. Okay, people love this. They don't just use these products during the fast, but these are the products we can use during the fast without turning on the actual digestive tract. Because we turn that on, fast is over. Because you call it a fast, because that 70% of energy that was used for digesting goes towards autophagy and stem cell making. Infinite iodine, hey, amazing. You can put it in your eyes, your ears, your nose, your throat, your vagina. During the program, you can do vaginal infusion during the fast. Let me just tell you something. I'll be talking about that in a minute. Anyways, infinite iodine is a disinfector. You spray five sprays in the back of your throat when you're fasting. Do 5 sprays 3 times a day. When you're on the advanced water fast. When you're just on the perfect day diet, just do 5 sprays every day. Okay, you'll see all this information, and I'll be talking about it. Infinite iodine is a disinfector. Once it disinfects and it neutralizes viruses, bacteria, and fungus, what's left over turns into iodide, goes to your parathyroid and thyroid. If you have a problem with your thyroid or parathyroid, you would use maybe the infinite iodine and the infinite iodide. Infinite iodide goes directly to the parathyroid and thyroid to help to support that and heal that. Okay, those are the products that we use, okay, during the water fast. Now, you can also use those products during the 2-week perfect day diet. But during the 2-week perfect day diet, you don't have to use any products. Just do the perfect 2-week diet if you want. You know, the 2 blender drinks, the 2 salads. I would really suggest that you do things like this. Get on the daily cleansing tea, tummy love, and black gold, especially during the 2 weeks right now. Because shouldn't we lessen the load, lighten the load? Okay, so we want to make sure our bowels are moving really good. So the daily cleansing tea, you take it twice a day. There's no stimulants, no laxatives in it. And people can actually do the daily cleansing tea while they're on the 6-day water fast, or even if they took it longer to move their bowels. But we do use salt. I do a salt flush in the morning, and if that's good enough, don't do the daily cleansing tea. Just use the salt flush. Save yourself some money and just do what you need to do. We don't need to overdo it. Now, the tummy love and the black gold, we will be utilizing that in the actual advanced water fast. We don't do it orally. It'll turn on your digestive tract. We actually use it in the coffee enema. Now, whether you want to believe this or not, a coffee enema now, starting right now, today, you do a coffee enema every day, and you will call me within 3 to 5 days, and oh my God, Dr. Wolfe, I couldn't believe this. The energy I'm getting is amazing. The clarity I'm feeling. Well, your liver is the detoxifier for your bloodstream. And the reality is that the only way to clean your liver, really, truly, is with the ultimate coffee enema. Please read the instructions read the instructions in the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, okay? Or you can go to the my do-it-yourself guide in my library, and I have a video in there on how to do the ultimate coffee enema. Now, for men, they're going to go, oh no, but women, please embrace this, okay? If they don't want to do it, then they miss out. But please embrace this, because understand, you are going to feel amazing by this. So just give it a chance, okay? By the time you do it 3 times, you're going to go, wow, this is the payoff here. Okay, so we'll be using the Black Gold Tummy Love to put into the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Okay? All right, there we go. I hope everybody's getting this. Now, so whether you're on the fast or not, you can use infinite iodine. Now, infinite iodine is the only pure iodine on the planet. It's 10,000 times smaller than nano. Did you get that? It's pico. It's totally pure, the only pure one. You can actually nebulize this. And can you tell them to bring up the nebulizer, please? And it has iodine in it. I want to show people. So what happens is you can nebulize this, and you can nebulize it for the eye. So while you're fasting, that's the greatest healing. Oh, it's right here. Okay, all right. So let me show you. There's infinite iodine, okay? And you can put that on in here if you've got an eye problem. You're not going to hurt it. If it starts to sting a little bit, that's all the infection that's in there. You can also inhale infinite iodine, whether you're doing the fasting or not, anytime you want, okay? And you can help to restore and clean up your lungs. And then, of course, we know we can do the infinite iodine in a vaginal infusion. We can do it for earache. We can also do the infinite iodine, like I said. Usually people will take 5 sprays, once a day of the infinite iodine. And if you've got problems with clarity, energy, infection in the body, you can do 5 sprays 3 times a day, anytime. But I would, if it's affordable, I would really do 5 sprays 3 times a day while I'm on my advanced water fast. Okay? Remember we talked earlier, and what we talked about was, I talked about advanced water fast products. Like you can put you can use these products. Take a look at the slide right now, and you'll see that we've got Orange Burst, Lemon Lift, okay, and Super Cinnamon, okay, and we got frankincense. Now let me just say this: the first 3, okay, the Lemon Lift, the Super Cinnamon, the Orange Burst, you can put 1 or 2 drops in a liter of water. And guess what? It's going to get rid of your food cravings. It's going to help to bring up your frequency. It's not going to turn on your digestive tract. Trust me. This is like the most inexpensive way to really bring up. You know why? You know why they put down essential oils so much? Because they're the highest vibrational food on the planet. Did you get that? And ours are all organic. They're all pure. Okay, they come in Egyptian glass that protects them from radiation. And they'll last for years in that glass, okay? And also check out the pricing of ours, check out the quality. You really should. Now the frankincense, you could put it in a drop in water and drink it, but the best place is actually, if you've got a lower than your mouth problem, you put 1 drop under your tongue, okay? And you would hold it and let the saliva mix with it for about a minute. And if you've got a problem above, okay, your mouth, okay, you would put it on your tongue and then touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Frankincense is the highest vibrational healing. And as you know, with the Truth About Cancer, where I'm going to be speaking in October the 24th, I'm speaking for the Truth About Cancer in Tennessee. There's going to be 6,000 people in the audience, and a minimum of 250,000 online. And I'll be speaking there, and I will be doing a lecture called The Emotional Chemistry of Cancer, Disease, and Healing. So I hope you're going to tune in, everyone. And if not, why don't you come and see us? The whole gang's going to be there. And I will be out in the hall most of the time for those 3 days, just there to hug you, talk to you, support you. All right? Anyways, that's that. Now we'll move on. Now remember, everything that we can do in the advanced water fast, we can do any other time. Now, understand, I know you're going to go, this is a lot of information. I'm kind of confused. You can pay $150 and get a consult. And I told you you'd get support for the rest of your life, no matter how often you call. And if you don't want to do that, go in and watch some more of the advanced water fasting videos in my 6-day advanced water fasting video guide in my library. Okay, so products to support the advanced water fast: Himalayan salt, baking soda. Let me just tell you why. Himalayan salt's going to go in the water in the morning. You're going to put like a level teaspoon of Himalayan salt, or the salt you like, a healthy salt, into 16 ounces to a quart. When I do the fast, I'll be doing a level tablespoon of the salt. I do what I want, you do what you want. The water's also going to be hot, and I'm going to drink a quart, and I'm going to do a level tablespoon. You can do just a teaspoon, because most people have high blood pressure because they have bowel blockages and they have all kinds of physical blockages throughout their body. So then the little bit of salt makes their blood pressure go up and they think they're going to die. Meanwhile, blood pressure is not a disease. It's physical blocks in your body, from scar tissue to crystallization to fecal blocks. Do you understand what I'm saying? To calcium being lodged in your joints or other places. So we start our day off with that, with the advanced water fast. I'm going to be going through the advanced water fast prior to the day of kickoff. I'll be on, okay, and I'll be going through just what we do in the advanced water fast, okay? Now, baking soda, let's say I was doing the advanced water fast, or I was just doing the perfect day diet now for this 2 weeks, just getting on the diet to bring down the detox. Here's the deal. If I was getting heartburn, or I was getting really like acidy, okay, or I was feeling like a headache would be coming on, well, you got to calm down. And if you're going to be doing the perfect day diet, and especially when you're on the 6-day water fast, you've got to say no to everything. Nope, can't do that, won't do that. Nope, can't make it for that. I'm gonna honor and respect myself. So you got to get that. If you're not going to honor and respect yourself and cut back on things, then don't do it. Then just do a 1-day fast, okay? Because I don't want you hurting yourself. And it's not like you're going to kill yourself, but it's going to be hard on you. You're going to be trying to struggle through it, and you're going to go, this sucks. I hate water fasting because it makes me feel awful. No, it's because your energy is going in to get rid of diseases that you were going to maybe even die from, but you went and wasted the energy because you're running around physically instead of going inward and allowing that energy to be utilized to heal you. So you're going to do, if you've got an acid problem, heartburn, or bloating, and something's not right and you feel kind of tension, take a level teaspoon to a rounded teaspoon of baking soda, put into a glass of warm water to cool water, drink that, and then you're going to burp. You might even fart a little, or even get rid of a little bit of waste in the toilet, and you're going to feel better within 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So always make sure, though, that when you do baking soda, and you could do baking soda once, twice a day, and for you people who don't eat right, you've always got heartburn, you've always got bloating, and doing baking soda is not a bad thing. It alkalines the body, so utilize it. It's a tool. The other thing we use, now remember, everything I'm telling you, we use during the fast, or we could use it not. Now, see where it says CBD and THC oil? Now, the CBD oil, if you have it, you can still use it. And you only want to do it every 4 hours. And you do with the CBD that we utilize, that we have, we do a half an eyedropper every 4 hours. And that reduces the inflammation, the pain, and it can really help your healing, okay? The THC oil, you're better off to just do your belly button work. And but we do have THC oil as well that you can use a couple of drops if you need that help for sleeping. Silver solution, that's another product that you can do during your fast. If you have like bacterial infections, you can use silver solution in your eyes. You can nebulize it like I just showed. You can put it in your ears if you have an earache, okay? And you can also drink it. It doesn't turn on your digestive tract. Our silver is nano form, okay? Bright Eyes Nanofalvic, you can put those in your eyes. If you've got burning eyes, you can do it anytime. Rectal vibrator, let me just say something right now. You see where it says rectal vibrator and CBD suppositories, okay? So, and THC suppositories. Let me just put it this way. If you've got pelvic problems, or even if you don't, did you know that if you put CBD and THC suppository in your rectum, just inside, not you don't go any further up, you won't feel the THC. But we have CBD and CBD, okay, we have CBD suppositories and we have CBD and THC suppositories. Now, understand CBD is really good for inflammation and it helps with pain, whereas THC is really good for pain and it helps with inflammation. And people have healed themselves just by using CBD without the THC. So you could take a CBD suppository and you could put it up your rectum or you could put it into your vagina. Now, before you do that, let's say you put a rectal vibrator into your rectum and you had it go for a minute to 3 minutes. What would that do? It would gorge the area with blood. Now you put the CBD bullet in, and we already know that worst case scenario, you're going to absorb 60%, whereas orally you only absorb 15. So now when you gorge the area, you are actually bringing in 70 to 75% of the CBD in throughout your body. So that's why it's so amazing. Okay? All right? So just letting you know these things. You don't have to do these things, but you know what? These are the things. You know what? I'm my own practitioner. You know, somebody who says, I'm my own practitioner. I look after myself. I don't need Dr. Wolfe. Okay. So now vaginal infusion, which is, let me tell you something, ladies. The vagina is the holy grail of healing. So you can take silver bullet gel, 1 ounce to up to 3 ounces. And then you can take anywhere from 5 sprays to 15 sprays of infinite iodine, mix it with it. Then you can take anywhere from 2 drops to even up to 10 drops of frankincense. Everything you start with, you start really low. And then you're going to take anywhere from 5 drops to 10 drops of Bright Ice Fulvic Nanodrops. You mix all that together and you can use a syringe and put that into the vagina. Or you can use like an ear bulb, it's called, and where you can just suck it up and then you can put that into the vagina. And then you put your butt up in the air, your head is down, your butt is up higher, and I'm telling you, candidiasis, bladder infection, fibroids, tumors, infertility, ovarian cysts, pelvic inflammation, hip problems, hemorrhoids, fissures, fistula, what else? Polyps. And not just that, but that vaginal infusion will go into your bloodstream, go throughout your body, and the healing that it creates it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. You don't have to suffer down there, okay? All right? You don't. So here you go. Here's the things that I tell people to do. I tell them that they can do the love band, which we talked about, core twisting, skin brushing. Your skin is the largest organ in the body. We have what's called the Doc of Detox skin brush, and it's made out of, the brush part is made out of cactus. The handle is made out of hemp. And what you want to do, if you want to know about skin brushing, please, you can learn about skin brushing in the Do-It-Yourself Guide. All of these things that you see here are all in the Do-It-Yourself Guide in my library. Watch the videos. Okay, become your own practitioner. Unleash your power, for God's sakes. And you know what? The clapper, okay, I have a whole body clapping video. I have clapping your lungs and heart for health. That's a good place to start. And look at the whole clapping video, but order yourself a clapper. Would you like to get rid of the physical blocks, the issues in your tissues? And when you start clapping, if you bruise, then you're rotten to the core. That means that you've been pooping in your pelvis forever and that you've infected your blood, you've infected your tissues. Understand, when somebody says, I didn't even bang into something and I got bruises, that's right, because you're rotten to the core. Okay, you are actually disintegrating. You are having self-destruction going on here. And that's called an autoimmune disease where the body's attacking itself, but you attacked yourself emotionally first. And you just don't know how to look after yourself. And you're probably terrorizing yourself on an emotional level. Go figure, right? So when you start clapping, you'll get light purple, dark purple, black, brown, green spots. I teach you about all of it in the clapping video. If you go to the Clapping for Health Guide in my library, let me tell you, a clapper is more powerful than any practitioner. Okay, because problem is you got to go and you got to pay. You know, you can clap every day. I clap my from my neck up, my head, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes every second day. And it helps me relieve the stress. I feel so good. And then if I get a block or a pain anywhere, I just go, I got a pain. I go in there and I clap it. It's going to go away. Inflammation, swelling, pain, they are all because of a block, a physical block. So either sit there and grumble, sit there and dumb yourself out with drugs, or get clapping. Because understand something. When you learn that pain is not an enemy, pain is your friend, and it's telling you to take massive action. And you get clapping, you will become addicted to it, and you will have the power to heal. And I'll tell you something right now. This should make the medical system quiver in their boots, because you can get rid of physical blocks of calcium, fibroids, adhesions, okay, because that's all that's causing the pain anyways. And then get yourself a pelvic expander. You see how one leg is up, the other leg's down? You've got to open up that pelvis. It's the holy grail of energy. And if you were to do 15 minutes each leg every day, and if you want to get one, please call us at the office. We'll give you the number of Dean Saleo. He makes them in the United States, and then Welton makes them out of Manitoba for Canada. We make no money on this, okay? No money on this. And understand, all of these products are 15% off starting today. All of them. All of the products we talk about are 15% off during this fasting period here, okay? Right up, no, not the fasting period, but the perfect day, 2 weeks of diet. Once the fast starts, they're not on sale. So we will make these on sale because we'll help you get started. Now, remember when we talked about belly button therapy? That's when I told you that first you do your belly button therapy, go watch the video, and look at, why don't you unleash the beautiful healing love hormones instead of the sympathetic fight, fright, flight, adrenal cortisone ones? Seriously, learn how to become the master of your brain and start dumping the right chemicals and hormones. So do the belly button therapy at least first thing in the morning before you get out of bed, again at nighttime before you go to bed so you sleep well, and start it in the day so that you start off in a really good place. You know, imagine what you want to see in your day. And then after you've done the 5 to 7 minutes of the belly button therapy, put in 2 drops of frankincense and then put in 2 drops of CBD oil, and there you go. And I already told you that the belly button therapy will release 50% of your serotonin, 70% of your, yeah, that's right, 50% of your serotonin, 50% of your dopamine, and your endorphins. And then when you use the frankincense and the CBD oil, put the frankincense 2 drops first, then the CBD oil, and do a little bit more belly button. What you're going to do is stimulate 70,000 nerve endings for healing, okay? All right, so anyways, we talked about the nebulizer. Believe it or not, like I said, this is all about training. I know this is a lot of information, everyone, but this video is not going anywhere. Why don't you rewatch it and make notes? Rewatch it and make notes, okay? And then come on to the Q&A tomorrow, and let's do this. Okay, so the nebulizer, with the nebulizer, you can actually nebulize calcium ions, yes, into your lungs and bloodstream. You can nebulize infinite iodine. You can nebulize bright eyes, and you can nebulize silver bullet solution. When you do the calcium ions, it's by itself, and and when you do it, you do calcium. You use the calcium ion therapy liquid, and you can do that straight. When you do the infinite iodine, you do 1 part infinite iodine, okay, 3 parts water, structured water. When you do the bright eyes and silver, you do them straight like they are, and you can mix them 50-50 together if you want. Get ready to blow your mind. And you can hold the nebulizer up to your eye. You can put it up to your ear to get the gas in there, okay? Or you can put it up against any area. Let's say if you had like skin cancer, eczema, psoriasis, a rash, hives. You can do anything you want like that. Okay, now, the Ultimate Coffee Enema, if you want to look into it, you're going to be utilizing, and you can do that during the fast or during these 2 weeks or when this program's done. And understand something, it's the ultimate for liver cleansing. Okay, so you're going to need an enema bucket, okay? And you're going to need the coffee because it's green coffee, organic green coffee. It's not your regular coffee. And we carry it if you want to get it from us. If you don't get it from somewhere else, doesn't matter to me. I really don't care, and I mean that. And the Tummy Love, if it's affordable, and the Black Gold, you will be using the Black Gold when you boil the coffee, and you'll be putting the Tummy Love into the enema bucket. And now we're talking about the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Please go to my do-it-yourself guide to watch that video that's in my library, okay? And it'll be right there. Or you can read about it in the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, all right? The 6-day Advanced Water Fasting Guide. All right, now, So when we're doing, when we're going through, first of all, the next 2 weeks is the perfect day diet. So you can look at the diet. You don't have to take any supplements, spend any money, but try to do the diet like it is. If you want to take supplements, you can take a look at the perfect day diet and see the supplements in there. The things that I would do if I was on the perfect day diet for 2 weeks, I'd do the daily cleansing tea, Tummy Love Black Gold. I'd do the curcumin cayenne 5000 to bring down the infection and the inflammation. There are other things that I would do, but those are the basic things. And I'd start doing the ultimate coffee enema right away. Okay? And for those of you that want to know more or do more, I said you can get a consult if you want. I know I just do those things I said. Let's get the cork out of the colon so we can drain like the tub. Let's try to cleanse the liver. And let's do the daily. So let's do the daily cleansing tea, Tummy Love Black Gold, curcumin cayenne 5000. There are other things that you should be doing, like everybody needs to do iodine every day. Science proved it. And understand, if you want low mentality, don't do iodine. Okay, if you want thyroid, hormonal problems, can't lose weight, can't gain weight, don't do iodine. If you don't want to have healthier cells, don't do iodine. So go back and watch I just did a Q&A with Terry Mullins, the inventor, and then we did an interview on him. So we did an interview, then we did the Q&A. Please go and take a look at that. And if you go to where the store is, you'll see where the store is. We've added a video to products that we actually have done interviews on or information on. So let's talk about it. So the perfect day, try to do the perfect day diet at the best you can. Try to drink really good water and enough of it. Okay? Just learn what I've taught you here, and then go watch videos. Now, when you do the 6-day, let's say we do a 6-day advanced water fast. So I did it for 6 days. So when the 6 days is over, then I'm going to have 3 days to break the water fast. And what we're going to use, as you can see on this slide, is we're going to use veggie broth or bone broth or both, and celery juice. Now we're going to do everything. We can take everything that we took during the 6 days, during this 3 days of coming off. So if I was on it for 8 days, I would go 4 days like this. If I was on it for 10 days, I'd go on it for 5 days like this. If you did it for 20 days, you don't have to do 10 days of coming off that long. So if you want, you can call me. My extension is 5, or just call the 800 number, and we promise we'll answer your questions. But for most people, they're going to do probably only 6 days or 8 days or 10 days. So you take half of that time to come out of the fast, and you can continue with everything you were doing during the 6 days, okay, or during the fasting period, in the way of coffee enemas or exercise or the energy medicine products. And then you'll do the veggie broth, bone broth, celery. And when you start on your first day, when you break the fast, please use a straw and sip on it for first half of the day or 3/4 of the day. And if you sip on it and you take it throughout the day, you won't get cramps. Turn on your digestive tract with love and care. By the time you get into the second day, you can just start drinking as much as you want. Your body's going to be craving it. And then up until the third day. And then after the third day, we're going to go right back into the perfect day diet that we did for 2 weeks, which was the 2 blender drinks and of berries and the 2 salads. But you can eat avocado. Just look at the perfect day diet and you'll know. I've already gone through it with you. Okay? All right. So you can go into the Nutraceutical Energy Guide, and that's going to show you all about the products that we talked about. So go do your homework, do your research. Don't buy anything, don't do anything unless you feel good about it. Do you understand? If you have a question, give us a call. But only do it. Look, you can do this whole water fast with just the length and strength and exercises. Okay? And do the water fast with nothing. It won't work as well, but it'll work. It's still amazing. I'm not taking anything away, but you're going to need a lot more rest. And understand something, everybody. If you were to do just 10 minutes where you closed your eyes where you laid your head down, but where you shut down 10 minutes mid-morning and mid-afternoon, it's going to make the fast go better. It's going to make life go better. You know, around the world, most people will do that. We don't do it in North America. We're just like little beavers, right? Work, 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 work. But I do it. I do it. I'll shut down for 10 to 20 minutes twice a day. And that's more important than exercise. Just allow yourself to align yourself to find peace and calm, okay? All right. Now, for those of you that are doing the perfect day, you don't find enough on there when you go through there, go into the recipe book in my library, and everything in there you can eat during this 2 weeks up until we get into the advanced water fast. Okay? All right? And so don't forget, skin brushing is going to stimulate your lymph flow, your circulation. It's going to wake you up. It's going to get rid of stiffness. It's going to get rid of aches and pains. Please go and take a look at that in my Do It Yourself guide. I have a video where I showed it. And I also have it in my Healthy to 100 book, and it's really detailed. It's at the last chapter called Beautiful Skin. And the PDF of Healthy to 100 book, you can have the whole thing for free. It's in my library. Cocoa Salt Glow, ready to blow your mind? Okay. So what you do is, at the end of all this, I'm going to tell you what products you would utilize if you wanted to go full on the 6-day advanced water fasting, okay? All right? And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to answer all your questions. Just make sure you put your questions under here, or come on live tomorrow and I'll have the phone right in front of me. And I got to put these on, guys. My eyes are starting to burn a little bit from the blue light. Okay, so additional therapies, Cocoa Salt Glow. So what you do is you get Epsom salts. You can get like a 10-pounder from Costco. So you get the Epsom salts and you wet it down to the consistency of sand, wet sand. And then what you, if you have a structure unit, use structure water because it opens up everything, because there's lots of magnesium in Epsom salts, because that's what it is. After you've done that, then what I'd like you to do, you can do it, is take Muscle Restore and put lots of Muscle Restore essential oil into it. If you don't have any essential oils, don't worry about it, okay? And mix that around. And what I want you to do is before your shower, you're dry, just put one of those little white stools in your shower. And then I want you to grab a handful of Epsom salts and I want you to scrub your body and each joint. I want you to go into each joint and your wrists and your joints, because that's where the keys lie, okay? The issues in the tissues are really in all the joints of the body, not in the muscles. You can have muscle pain, but the joint is really, truly the problem. So go into every joint and really scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub your hands. Scrub everywhere. Scrub your wrists. Here. Don't be scared to get in there. Work it out, okay? And I want you to scrub your whole body. Once you've done that, then you can turn on the shower. Hopefully it's a structured shower. And guess what? You are going to feel amazing. You just moved your lymph, your blood. You put magnesium into your skin, into your bloodstream. I mean, that's rocking it, okay? And you can do that as many times as you want. Once, twice a day. Now, oh, that was the Cocoa Salt Glow. My apologies. So this, I'm going to go here. That was the Epsom salt scrub, everyone. That's the one we start off with. These were in the wrong order, and that's how much of a robot I am, eh? So this was the Epsom salt scrub I just talked about. Now we'll talk about, whoop, no, Daryl. So now we'll talk about the Cocoa Salt Glow. The Cocoa Salt Glow is where you do the same thing that we just did with the Epsom salt scrub, but now we're going to mix coconut oil. So if I had 10 pounds of Epsom salts, I would take 1 pound of coconut oil and mix that right through. And then what you're going to do is this. You can go and do a scrub, okay? You can go and do the same thing. Get the white stool. You're dry. You're sitting in the shower. Scrub your whole body, okay, everywhere. And then have a shower. And guess what? You're going to come out of there feeling amazing, but you're already moisturized. If you've got dry skin problems, this is the one I would use. Okay, now I want to show you something here. Here you go. So remember when I did the Epsom salt scrub and I told you about that? So let's say that you have a sauna. Okay, so what I want you to do if you've got a sauna, okay, so here's the deal. First we skin brush, then we do the Epsom salt scrub. Oh, wow. And then we have the shower. Then we just pat ourselves dry. Then we go into our sauna, and you will detoxify 1,000% more. You wait till you see if I'm kidding. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate right there. Okay? All right. Now, oh my God. Okay. So now I've got some scar tissue from surgery, or I've got a joint, my hip joint's bad, or my knee is bad. You're not going to do a whole body, big body area. Just do smaller areas. I've got cellulite. I've got love handles. I've got fat I want to get rid of. Just do an area no bigger than this, please. What you're going to do is you're going to get the salt scrub, which is the Epsom salts, water, and muscle restore mixed together without the coconut oil. You're going to mix 1 teaspoon of cayenne into 1 cup of the salt scrub. So the salt scrub is wet, muscle restore. It's water, muscle restore, and Epsom salts. Wet to the consistency of sand. 1 teaspoon of cayenne. Mix it around. And then what are you going to do? You're going to scrub those areas. Okay, you know when people say, oh my God, my lower leg, oh, you know, I have so much pain all the time. Well, that's because you've got scar tissue in there because you're so acidic, you're crystallizing and calcifying in your lower legs. You want to use the salt scrub. If you've got a joint problem, okay, if you've got, like I said, a hip problem. Let's say I had a scar, okay, and that's giving me trouble. I would first clap it, okay, with a clapper, right? I would skin brush, I would clap it, and then I would even cayenne salt scrub it. But only cayenne salt scrub it the first time without the clapping and the skin brush, because we don't want to overstimulate and then you tell me, oh my God, it felt like it was so hot. I couldn't take it. Everybody's different. So you people that are really sensitive, okay, and you know how people go, I'm really a sensitive person. I need to tell you something. Those are people that are emotionally hurt because you stay sensitive, and guess what? You're going to be hurt all the time. And I'm not trying to tell you to get hard. I'm not trying to tell you to wall things off. I'm trying to love and respect yourself so that everybody else learns how to do it and find your brave heart roar. So anyways, cayenne salt scrub, really great. Don't be doing big areas. So let's say that my hands are cold all the time. My feet are cold all the time. But hands cold all the time is basically anxiety. You don't even know you're doing it. I'm telling you the God's truth. And sweaty palms, that's because the fear of going without, and that's a kidney problem. You're beating up on your adrenals that are burning out your kidneys. All of this, you will find all of these great tips and how to assess yourself and your family in the what's called the Perfect Day Lifestyle Guide that we give you when you get a consultation from us. And it's a 250-page guide. Okay? All right? Yeah. So like you see I'm wearing right now, Tesla glasses. Just right. Go ahead, do all of this work, and go ahead, be on a computer for your living, or watch TV, or go on your phone a lot, or be around LED lighting, and it'll undermine everything you do because everything is frequency. And understand something. Just how I'm trying to do frequency work with you to bring your frequency up, feed your spirit, heal your body. The Psycho Elite have decided to create TVs, phones, computers. They've taken away the incandescent light bulb to give us LED lighting. Okay? Game stations. All of this stuff is blue light, which is poisoning us. It's burning our brain, and that's why there's so many eye disorders. You don't have an eye disorder because of anything except that your brain is burning and you're getting brain damage, and that's why you have eye disorders. So take it or leave it, I'm right. Optometrists don't even know what they're talking about. Most of them shouldn't even be in business. Okay? I mean, take a look at the Medical Association. Take a look at the Dental Association. Take a look at optometrists. Take a look at anything that's government approved and it's bloody well toxic. Can it be helpful? Yeah, but it can hinder you too. Isn't that obvious? So the reality is this. Your eyes, okay, take in light and frequency. They don't see. Your eyes don't see. Your brain sees. And your brain is saying, I want you to stop. I want to stop you from seeing you. So you're going to get cataracts, glaucoma, detached retina. You're going to get eye disorders because you bloody well better wake up because you're burning your brain out. Believe it or not, but I can remember my grandmother, and my grandfather, when I lived in Newfoundland, and it's the farthest province, and I lived in a shack with them, and you can believe it or not believe it, but we wouldn't put the hydro on. My grandfather was so used to not having it. He would read by candlelight at night, and so would my grandmother. And understand, their eyes were perfect. It's blue light poisoning. Whether you want to think so or not, there is an entity that is not human on this planet that has always ruled this planet. And somewhere we said we could come down to this life threatening, fun filled adventure, and we would find our Braveheart roar, because we lose it from 0 to 7, because God love our parents, but they can only give us what they got, and they can't give us what they do not have. So, you're going to have to love and care as a self-serve job, and you're going to have to recognize that fact at some point if you want to have the life that's been promised to you. Take a look at light and circulation therapy. Avicin and Bioptron are my two favorite things, and Avicin will increase the circulation by 67%, and Bioptron is a full spectrum polarized light. It's the only one of its kind, and with a fullerene lens, it'll go down into the bone. And remember something: you are the light of the world. The sun is the greatest healer, but a Bioptron light actually has all the healing that the sun has without any of the negative. You can look right into it. And the reality is even with these Tesla glasses, when you go out, use these as your sunglasses, because they will prevent any radiation damage from the sun at any time of the day. And no matter what the light is, Tesla invented the fluorine lens, and they've got C60 in it. And C60 actually converts the blue light, or any light that's negative, or even the frequencies that are trying to hit my eyes, like cell phones, 5G, or any of this other stuff. And it turns it all into a healing frequency and a healing light. You don't have to believe me, but the science is there. Okay. And then there's also what's called a vitamin D light. You might want to look into that. We sell them, but if ever you get a vitamin D light, the more north you live, the more you need it. Vitamin D is not a vitamin. It's a hormone regulator, immune modulator. And I take 20,000 units of vitamin D a day when I'm traveling. I have the vitamin D light at home, so I don't need it. But when I feel like a little bit sick, or coming down with something, or run down, I'll do 50,000 IUs of vitamin D twice a day with vitamin K. But when I have my vitamin D light, I utilize that. I'm just trying to give you extra tips here, everyone. The Perfect Day Lifestyle, 4 pillars. Please go into that and take a look at it. Please do not be overwhelmed. Just do what you can handle right now. If you sit on the sidelines and you don't do the Perfect Day diet or the fasting, just give yourself time. Be patient with yourself, but lovingly give yourself a push. Remember what I said? If you 1% every day, in 100 days, that's 100%, right? Okay. So we want to create the perfect day each and every day, right? Because if we can do that for ourselves, that's where the blessing is. Stop telling people how to live. Stop telling people what to eat, how to think. Why don't you become that which you tell everyone to do, and become the light for everyone else? I really work on that, or else I'm a hypocrite, right? And guess what? Let's make sure we get exercise every day, but let's not overdo it, because the benefits of moving is a lot. It improves circulation, stimulates lymphatic drainage, increases oxygenation, balances hormones, reduces stress and anxiety, improves mood and happiness, enhances mental clarity, improves memory, and so much more. Okay, so very much more. Don't forget about belly button therapy, everybody. And there's your little belly button buddy. Go play with your belly button, because that was the umbilical cord, right? And that's what you were attached to mommy. You got all her frequencies and all her nutrition. So let's go and let's plug in to the most important button that you can ever press, okay? The clapper. Order yourself a clapper. Go watch my clapping and unleash the power to get rid of those physical and emotional blocks. You know what? I've got people that are clapping that have come to me, and they said they were suicidal. They were totally depressed for years, and it only took a few days with the clapping, the nutrition, and the detoxification to turn them around. Okay, let's bring up our vibration on a physical, emotional, and spirit level as soon as we possibly can. Pelvic expander, I already said that you can contact Dean Saleo if you want to get one. They're $195. They're usually $250. You don't see the whole thing, but and if you can't afford one, then what you do, you see how this person has their leg up on that pelvic expander. They have their left leg up and their right leg down. Well, what if you were to put 3 chairs or 4 chairs up against the door jamb and have the door open and there were stairs going down? You could put your leg up against the left side of the door jamb and hang your right leg into the doorway, okay? And then that would open up. Now, with most people, you might feel like you're going to tear out because most people are rotten to the core and they don't even know it. And that all that infection created inflammation, which caused scar tissue formation. So they feel like they're going to rip their pelvis because they're made out of scar tissue and calcium right now. So you want to breathe and stay connected to the lion heart breath. And then if you have to put a stool down there so that your left leg is not having all its weight on it. So you want to try to do it, work your way up to 15 minutes each leg every day, and you will not walk like a duck. You will not have a stiff lower back. You will not have hip problems ever again. That's it. End of story. Okay? So in Canada, you'll go see Welton. Now, remember what I told you to do? I told you to go to the library and go look at the lengthen and strengthen exercises. Here's my, these are my 3 pelvic squats. They're amazing. Don't believe me? Go ahead and do them. You should be able to have your feet flat. You should be able to do them just like this. That's what a healthy person can do. Find out how healthy you are and go try to do these. Okay, try to do the pelvic expander. Try to do the pelvic activation squats. Okay, and then try to do the crab stretch. All of this is in my videos, in my lengthen strengthen videos, in my do-it-yourself guide in the library, everyone. This here, if you've got neck problems, you got shoulder problems, you got upper back problems, you got even lung problems, do the crab stretch. I invented that years ago. Go give it a shot. And guess what, guys? I have the most life-changing, life-saving library, and it's for free. Go jump in. Okay, you can go to itioh.com/library, or just go to doc. That's ITIOH is our school website. And if anybody's interested in taking any certifications, courses, things of that nature, please go to www.newworldpractitioner.com. And if you're interested in coming with your family and learning how to do Wolfe Non-Surgical, learning how to love each other, love yourself, and to eat properly, and what to do when certain things happen, come and take a personal treatment and training in Extapa with us. It's 5 days long. Come down for a holiday, and the best holiday, life-changing holiday of your life. And I have a course coming up September the 11th, and I have another one October the 11th in Extapa, Mexico. They're a 28-day course. You can stay for the solid 22 days, and then we do another 6 days where we get together 2 hours in the morning at the pool and 2 hours at night around a fireplace to just kind of bring everything together as a family. Okay? So check out those things. Create the perfect day, guys, each and every day. All right? Check out our perfect day consultations and become a practitioner. To do that, go to www.newworldpractitioner.com. And guess what? In 2 weeks, I'll be talking again. I'll be doing a Zoom for everyone. It'll be, every 2 weeks we do that. We get on and we answer everybody's questions if they're interested in taking any of our certifications, personal treatment and trainings. Okay? So Wolfe Non-Surgical certification and Whole Life Coach certification are our courses. All right, there's the Whole Life Coach certification right there. And all our courses have been approved by the World Organization of Natural Medicine, which is the only true naturopathic association in the world. All right. There is our New World Practitioner training is 22 days. And then we have 6 bonus days on top of that, like I said, where we meet at the pool for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours around the fireplace for those who want to stay longer and just pull it all together. Okay? All right? You can take a look at the information for yourself. Again, Ixtapa, Mexico. We will be having a course on September the 11th and October the 11th. All of these. Okay. There's our personal treatment and trainings. We have 5 different ones. Take a look at this. Take a look at the slide, and you'll see all the different trainings that we do for families. And we do for people who want to come and just learn certain aspects from, having the perfect pain-free pregnancy, whole body joint restoration, Wolfe Non-Surgical personal treatments and training, couples training and treatments. So Braveheart family training. It's all there. If you have questions, you can call me at extension 5. All right. Also, this fall, I'm going to be doing a 3-day life-saving, life-changing online course called Healthy2100Live.com. You can sign in, and I'll let you know when it's going to be. It's going to be probably in October. All right. And again, there's our library. And you can get my Healthy to 100 book for $15 online. But if you go into the library, it's in Spanish and English. Okay? And you can download it. It's a free PDF to you. All right? And guess what? That's it, everyone. Total self-love, total freedom. That's what it's all about. But before I leave today, I just want to say this. So in the 6-day advanced water fasting, we use things like essential oils, lemon lift, okay, orange burst, and super cinnamon. You can put that in your drinking water. We like to use structured water because it hydrates better. We also use ionic calcium therapy, which I showed you, because it helps to increase stem cells and autophagy, and it turns on the actual gene that can actually destroy cancer cells. Excuse me. And it'll increase your energy, and it'll also pull all the calcium back into your bones and renew your bones. And it does over 100,000 different processes every second in the body. So that can be taken. You can also do ATP, pineal, or divine vine. They have life crystals in them. And those products taste sweet and delicious, and you think you're taking in sugar, but you're not. It's a 5-carbon sugar that bypasses the Krebs cycle, and it'll actually energize you and help to create more ATP. Pineal for the pineal gland, brain, and then the divine vine for the thyroid, parathyroid, and ATP is just energize me. Okay? And the fulvic acid concentrate, it doesn't turn on the digestive tract. It'll pick up 3 times its weight in heavy metals and acidity, and it'll hydrate the cells better, and it'll bring in 60 different nutrients, micronutrients into the cells. You'll also need Himalayan salt to put into the water in the morning. Those of you who have trouble going to the bathroom, please look at daily cleansing tea. And also look at getting yourself an enema bucket and at least some green coffee beans. And if it's affordable, kick in the tummy love and the black gold. It must go rectally, not orally. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's a lot of information. You can go back and watch it again. Write your questions down. I can get more specific tomorrow. There'll be no slides tomorrow. It'll be just me coming on, answering your questions. I want to thank you, everybody, and I know it's been a while. You've been on here today, and I just hope that this has blessed you in some way, okay? I know that everything is not for everybody, but I hope that you got something out of this that will change your life today, that you can take some form of action to learn how to care and love for yourself, okay? So I'll see you here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we'll do the Q&A. God bless everyone. 3, 2, 1. You got this, Bravehearts. So what is a New World Practitioner? Well, a New World Practitioner is somebody that understands that training comes before treatment.
Have I noticed any changes in myself since taking this course? Oh, yes. Yes, I have. I definitely have.
There's so much more ahead of you, and there's so much more that you can find within yourself, and there's so much that you can let go of to free yourself. And I'm excited to be able to help others find their power.
It's not a treatment. It's like a restoration. You can renew your body. And I didn't understand what was preventing me from healing.
I guess this is where I kind of get emotional, because Daryl truly cares, not only for himself, but humanity in general, and he wants to educate people to live their best lives and learn to love themselves first before anybody else.
The Whole Life Coach certification. We go deeper in that 8 days than anybody else goes when it comes to learning how the invisible creates the physical, the psychological creates the biological. And we teach you about energy medicine and about vibration and frequency, because that's all it is.
He really cares for everybody. He wants to educate as many people as he can, their own healers / practitioners. He wants to get the knowledge out.
Dr. Wolfe and the whole crew, Sage and his bodywork techniques, learning it, everybody here has just been so incredible. They're so supportive. It's been a really cool experience.
I've seen nothing but incredible results day after day, hour by hour, while they work on people who get finally the effect and result that they've looked for everywhere else and never got. So they're amazing, amazing.
On a daily thing, I'm becoming more flexible and more pain-free. It's a process of treatments because of the damage I've done to my body. But yeah, I expect to be doing backflips. You know, I'm 64 years old. I'll be doing backflips.
When it comes to the Wolfe Non-Surgical certification, nobody can pull fibroids apart or reverse joint, muscle, tendon, ligament problems or scar tissue from surgery quicker than we can. And we offer a money-back guarantee to all our patients. Now, why would we do that? Because we pull off the I am possible and we reverse the irreversible.
They're so professional, yet so fun. They know how to push you to your limit. They encourage you, so it's all positive training, and really every one of them has a piece that they offer to the business, and they don't miss things. They let you go to the next level.
To use my love and light to be in service of others, and that's part of healing, right? Where as my elbow is connecting to that skin, you know, I'm delivering my frequency to the person that's seeking that work, you know, because I will always have that love and light inside me.
And a New World practitioner understands that you can't give what you're not. So until you understand that unconditional love and care for oneself is what you need to become so that you can give that to your patients, don't expect a different outcome than every other practitioner out there. And that's what we teach here, because you need to become what you want to see in all of your patients.